So we've all heard of folks, or maybe you even know someone, perhaps myself, maybe Al, who has had a midlife crisis. Solution, I love hearing Lindsay laugh. The solution is to go buy something like a red sports car. That's what one would think, right? Some women may go get fillers, other procedures to help them feel young again. But one expert is saying there's actually a better solution. They suggest taking up skateboarding to help with the midlife blues. They say skateboarding provides a serious emotional outlet for people who've experienced personal trials like losing a relationship, career problems, or the stress of being a parent. Oh my gosh, I love everything about this. Jeff, you know, we're all in our 40s. Lindsay's not there yet. But Jeff, when you hit 40 or perhaps something recently, did you ever feel like that you had to start a new hobby or get a car? Have you been through a midlife crisis?
I go through my own personal crisis every day in my head, but I do not suggest skateboarding at all. I think this is a terrible idea. I think if you're in your 40s, moving on 50s, you take up nature. If you don't get outside a little bit more. If you have mountains around you, get in those mountains. If you have streams, try fishing. Getting on a skateboard in your 40s is a terrible idea. Another fail for social media.
Terrible idea.
No, I gotta push back.
Sam, my bones are as brittle as a cracker.
You can wear as a cracker.
I would break my. I can't go skateboarding at 44 years old.
We need to get you some calcium pills because your bone should not be as brittle as a cracker. But before you chime in, Lindsay, I want to highlight we had the most amazing woman on our show who started her. She goes by, if you go to her Instagram, Auntie Skates, and look at her. She started skateboarding in her 40s and she's killing the game. And by the way, Jeff,
she's killing edited footage.
No, she's not. And by the way, Jeff, you have to be outdoors to skateboard. What do you think, Lindsay?
Like, I don't think, you know what my problem is? I feel like, I don't know what is considered midlife, but I want to say if somebody is like 50, which the characters are, to bring it back to Sex and the City like we always talk about on the show, they make them feel so old. And I had this conversation with my mom, like, why are all of them having like discussing being old every single episode, getting like hip replacement surgery? It's like, not everybody who just turned 50 is having that experience. Some people are skateboarding, some people are having fun. Will Smith, skydived, in the Grand Canyon when he turned 50?
That's what old people do, Lindsay.
All right, already.
I think.
No, I'm just saying.
George Bush did that when he was 99.
Everyone needs to. But that's what I mean. It's better than like. I feel like Jeff is like, oh well, just take up going outdoors for a walk. Like
boring.
People are not like unable to participate in activities.
Look, people
just go shark diving. Swim with sharks. Why not? What the hell? Go feed a wild bear. Go for it. I don't care what you do with your life.
Jeff,
go.
this is not. I would actually try this stuff. Al, I don't know why you act like this. Al and I have something in common. We both jumped off a building in Las Vegas at separate times in our lives. We jumped off the stratosphere, and that's ridiculous that you did that. And that wasn't a midlife crisis.
I'll tell you this. I think that just the term midlife crisis is erroneous to begin with, because there was like, oh, you go buy a sports car when you're 50. I'm like, that's when you can afford it. I'm sorry, I'm not a 21-year-old YouTuber that's got $50 million. It took me 30 years to buy this. So everybody that's like being called a midlife crisis, go get your drop-top Corvette that you worked your butt off your whole life for. Enjoy it.
Or go
Stop with the skateboard.
I'm going to start
Anybody 50 and older, you better take it to the pool.
What?
Go to the pool. That's exercise in the pool. Everything's in the pool. That's all. That's how you exercise now. Keep your joints together.
Oh my God, you sound so old.